It's just a beautiful venue, really intimate, excellent beer and excellent food, and really incredible music.
I absolutely love their quirky and intimate vibe.
The musicians love the place, and so the audience love it as well.
So we're in the music everyone thinks we're a couple. I don't know why.
We've been best friends since school, so we'd always talk about how amazing it would be to have a venue, the kind of venue that we'd like to hang out.
Yeah.
The kind of place where we'd like to go to listen to music.
Well, it reminds me a bit of playing at the Bluebird in Nashville. There's not much separation between the audience and the person who's singing, which is a really cool thing for the performer as well as the audience, I think. And it sounds really good too.
We have a bit of a philosophy here that I've tried to create. My favourite moments of Green Note are when you forget there's anything between you and the musicians. And when you kind of break down that barrier between the performer and the audience, something really magical can happen in the room, and that's where we get our atmosphere from. It's a real pleasure to see a lot of the musicians come through here go on to bigger and better things. Sometimes they get a little bit too big to come back to our little tiny room that we love so much, but quite often they come back anyway and just don't tell that many people about it. It's a great feeling to feel like you've been a part of that journey to that kind of success.
There are plenty of things about the Green Note that make it exceptionally special as a venue, and not least the two women, Evie and Risa, that run it. Everything that they do seems to be done very gracefully and very effortlessly. All the way from DIY to the big decisions, they're doing it all themselves.
We wanted to create a scene, bring a community to us, and there is a scene out there. I think we've tapped into it, but also created it as well.
This is not a business you do for the business side of it.
You've got to do it for the love of it.
For the love of it.
You just feel amazing vibrations. You just feel great when you're here. It's actually very, very rare, I find, in London to be at a place with so much heart.
Well, good evening, everybody. It is Wednesday. It's 8 p.m. It's virtually Green Note. We hope you're well and that you've had a great week so far. Great to have you all with us. Another amazing show for you this evening, featuring some of the most fantastic singer-songwriters from around the world. Although they are, we have a North American show tonight. Let's call it North American. And we have a slight expansion to the format as well, as you'll find out. We've got some very interesting trickery going on with one of the artists, so we're going to look forward to seeing how that goes. As I said to them earlier, I think it may be the way that we're all going to have to learn how to do some shows over the next few months. So we'll see how it all pans out. It sounds and looks amazing, so I'm looking forward to it. My name is Nick, and I'm one of the audio engineers here at Green Note. It's my great pleasure to be with you once again. So without further ado, let's get our three artists introduced to you. So, firstly, broadcasting from Northern Canada this evening, or this afternoon, I think for him, an amazing singer-songwriter, guitarist, winner of Canada's Juno Award, I believe. Please welcome Ray Bonneville.
Hello.
Hey,
everyone.
Ray.
Hey, Nick.
Great to have you with us.
Nice to be here. Very nice.
I'm really looking forward to it. Just to hear, wonderful guitar playing I was hearing earlier. I'm really, they're really sort of trying to pay attention to what you're doing. So I'm really looking forward to what you've got for us. Secondly, from Australia, but actually broadcasting from Nashville, wonderful singer-songwriter. Please welcome Anne McCue.
G'day, g'day. How you going?
Hey Anne, how you doing?
Good, very good. Thank you. Very well, I should say. Very well. Thank you.
Great to have you with us.
Great to be here.
Finally, from a state I don't believe we've broadcasted from, so that's quite a nice refreshing change. We also have a refreshing change in that we have a lot of musicians in the room, all of them wearing face masks from the looks of it, and a multi-camera setup. So I'm looking forward to see, as I said, I'm looking forward to seeing how this pans out, because I reckon we could be doing a few more shows like this over the next few months. Please welcome Krista Detor and her band.
Hi
Hey
everyone.
Krista, how you doing?
I'm doing so good. I'm so glad to be here. I missed the green note. Hi, Emmy and Risa. I really wish I was there. It's really lovely to be here, and we're broadcasting out on the mandolin format. Hopefully this will be something that we get to do frequently.
Yeah, you look like you're a bit of the green note already with the sort of the brick walls and the curtains. It's
right?
sort of a bit green note too. See, I did. There are more musicians there. I did promise. I haven't just made that up, everybody. So well, you'll find out about that in a minute.
Yeah.
Anyway, for those of you who haven't been virtually Green Note before, the format of the show is a writer's round. So it's very, very simple. What's going to happen is each of our artists is going to sing a song in turn. We're going to go round a couple of times, and then we shall have a little break, and then we'll go round a couple of times again, and maybe we'll have a little chat at the end to our artists, and then we'll send you on your merry way. So without any further hesitation, Ray is starting for us this evening. So Ray, the floor is yours.
Thank you very much, Nick. It's nice to be here. I'm broadcasting from my friends Ecotech here in Sault Ste. Marie, and I'm going to play a song. This is a song about how some of us feel better at night than they do in the daytime, and it's called Waiting on the Night, and it's on my latest album, which is called At King Electric, and I recorded it at King Electric Studios in Austin, engineered by Justin Douglas. It goes like this. Long before daylight, the southbound cries, moving through the darkness, soothing empty hearts, waiting on the night, the dark blue night, just to feel alright. Neon shadow pulsing red through the window onto the mess. Footsteps echoing away just before the break of day. Waiting on the night, the dark blue night, just to feel alright. In a suitcase under the bed, a lot of things left unsaid. Let us out, they sigh, we belong to the night. From the last kiss of the sun until the night is done, it's when I think of you. Where have you gone to? waiting on the night, the dark blue night, just to feel alright. Just feel alright. Well, there you go.
Yeah. Beautiful.
Thank you, Anne.
That's great.
So great to hear you always. I haven't heard you play live for
It's
years.
been a long time. So.
One of my favourites. Such a great guitar player.
Oh, go on, shucks.
Just musician. Let's just say musician.
And what have you got, Anne?
Well, thanks for asking. I didn't realise we weren't. We were just hosting ourselves right now. I'm so pleased to be here. I am in Nashville, East Nashville, and I've been playing these request shows online, and people have been asking for songs from my first album and all these songs I haven't played for 100 years. And this is one of them. It's called Desert in the Rain, and it's off my first album. Caroline, I hear you talking, saying words I've never heard. Linger on, I need your wisdom. Linger on. You know I'd change today, like a desert in the rain. You know I'd change today, like a desert in the rain. I hear your voice, it cuts right through me. Hear your voice inside of me. Say the word I've hardly heard. Say the word. You know I'd change today, like a desert in the rain. You know I'd change today, like a desert in the rain. Did you know my will was failing? Did you see me on my knees? Hear me crying bitter, sweetly, after all this time. After all this time, I believe, I believe. Caroline, I hear you talking, saying words I've never heard. Linger on, I need your wisdom. Linger on. You know I'd change today, like a desert in the rain. You know I'd change today, like a desert in the rain. Like a desert in the rain.
Beautiful land.
That's
Beautiful
lovely.
land.
Beautiful. Well, I'm actually going to pull kind of an old song out of the hat. This is a song off of my second album, Cover Their Eyes. It seems timely. I don't know if everyone's paying attention to the state of the union currently, but we are in it deep. And this is a song that I wrote in response to the Hurricane Katrina that hit New Orleans, and it seems to just still sort of be holding true. Here we go. Follow the line of the railroad track. The sky is raining fire, baby, don't look back. No, don't look back, whatever they say. 'Cause hell's breaking loose on Independence Day. All hell's breaking loose on Independence Day. It's Babylon, baby, and the worst is true. Oh, night is a river and it's drowning you. It's drowning you right where you lay. And the water's rising up on Independence Day. Yeah, the water's rising up on Independence Day. But down the road, God only knows, must be a light in a window. There is a door, I heard someone say, there's nothing more here for you. Be on your way, be on your way. Sweet honeysuckle, where's your honeybee? Went off and died and made a fool of me. Made a fool of me and he went away. And the honey's all gone on Independence Day. Yeah, the honey's all gone on Independence Day. Fight fire with fire like they tell you to, and you'll find there's nothing left to burn for you. Nothing to burn, nothing to say. Just smoke and dirt on Independence Day. Smoke and dirt on Independence Day. You came like a saint in a Stetson hat, with God in your stride. Would imagine that your time would come now, be on your way. But God is moving on this Independence Day. Yeah, God is moving on this Independence Day. But down the road, God only knows, must be a light in a window. There is a door, I heard someone say, there's nothing more here for you. Be on your way, be on your way. Follow the line of the railroad track. The sky is raining fire, baby, don't look back. Thank you very much, folks. That was Pat Otto on the mandolin, and this is Steve Mascari on the bass, and this is David Weber, and thank y'all for having me.
You sound great, Krista. You guys.
Beautiful.
Fantastic. Beautiful sound.
Wonderful.
Well, since I'm up here in Canada, and it's where I'm from originally, I'm from French Canada, and over there by Quebec City. And
Since we're virtually Green Note, I don't hear anybody, but I know you're there.
And it goes like this. This is called Blonde of Mine, and it's mostly French. I didn't realize I was talking, and I wasn't on yet. So, yeah, I'm from Canada. I'm originally from Canada and from French Canada, from over by Quebec. And this one has a lot of French kind of slang in it, and a bit of English. It starts off in English and switches to French Canadian. It's called Blonde of Mine, and I'm going to sing it for you right now. She got on the morning plane. She never let on where she was going. She m'a dit je m'en vais. Moi je dis ok ma belle, ma belle. All right ma belle. Fly all over but come back home. Va-t'en partout mais reviens chez nous. Blonde mine bien dans sa peau. Oh, qu'est belle quand elle fait dodo. Quand t'es fâché, pas jolie. Quand t'es pas là, je m'ennuie d'elle. Je m'ennuie d'elle. Fly all over, come back home. Va-t'en partout, mais reviens chez nous. Étincelle dans les yeux. I'm in love with her, ça c'est sûr. I'm looking up at the sky, ça prend tout mon temps. Ever since I got on that big avion. That big avion. Fly all over but come back home. Va-t'en partout mais reviens chez nous. I don't know where she's tonight. All I know she's on my mind. Je veux la coller ce soir. Can you hear me? I've been calling, I've been calling, I've been calling. I'm all alone. Fly all over, but come back home. Faut un pas tout me devient chez nous. Fly all over, but come back home. Faut un pas tout me devient chez nous. Merci beaucoup. Thank you. Merci beaucoup. Thank you.
Oh, that was great. That's a great song.
You're such a groover, Ray. You're such a groover,
Oh,
Ray. You're a,
thank you.
you're a groover every day. You're a groover every day. You're not just a Saturday groover. You're not just a Saturday groover.
What you got there, banjo? What you got there, banjo?
It's actually called a banjaroo. It's actually called a banjaroo. It's Australian for banjo. I'm getting a weird echo.
I am too. I am too.
I wonder if I should take my headphones off to sing this song.
Hang on, let me just see if it's not Krista.
Oh,
It's me.
hello.
Talk away, Anne.
Yes, I'm afraid it is Krista. Oh, sorry, Krista. For some reason, when your mic's on, there's a strange delay. Yeah.
That's all right. We can live with that a little bit. That's fine.
Yeah.
That's fine.
Anyway, so Ray Bonneville, you're just wonderful and a hard act to follow and a hard act to proceed is Krista as well. I'm between a rock and a hard place, you might say. This is a banjaroo. It's a 6-string Cheatin banjo, otherwise known as, and this is another song I've been getting requested. It's off my album East of Electric, which I recorded when I came to Nashville in 2008. I didn't really know many people here, and I just recorded a whole album in my living room and played all these funny little instruments that I had lying around. And this is one of the songs. Somebody requested I play it on the banjaroo, and I was like, wow, I love it on the banjaroo. So here I am today. I'm going to play it for you. And I do miss the green note so much. Hope to get back there next year. I've been happy in this house, wasn't looking for a home. I like sleeping on the couch after drinking on my own. So don't try, I got all I need to get by. I got all I need. Don't go whispering to me about how love will set us free. Take your pretty hand off mine, save your kisses, save your time, and don't try. I got all I need to get by. I got all I need. And if you're coming here for love, you're wasting time. Don't go hanging round love's door, it'll hurt you to the core and cheat you till you're poor. let me sleep on through the night. And those precious words we spoke come to nothing when you're broken. So don't try. I got all I need to get by. I got all I need to get high. I got all I need. And if you're coming here for love, you're wasting time. Don't go hanging around love's door. It'll hurt you to the core and cheat you till you're poor.
Ooh.
I love that, Anne.
I do too. I love that.
So a banjo-rook doesn't fit into a banjo joke, right? Because officially it's not a banjo.
Probably not. We'll have to make up. We're gonna have to make up some banjaroo jokes, Ray.
I love that song, Anne.
Right between the banjo, I've got an accordion here too, so we can make plenty of banjo and accordion jokes. Yeah. Am I back up on the mic? Green note? I am. That was wonderful. And this is a song called Box of Clouds. This is my, I think it's my only murder ballad. I might have 2 murder ballads. It's not so much a ballad, it's just a song about murder, kind of frustrations of miscommunication, I think, between people, and especially in love, that can be the biggest source of, I think, like a homicide, I think probably in the U.S. anyway. It's just sort of the thing we do. And I wrote this song when we were driving down the road, Dave and I having a little bit of a fight, and then wrote it about, killing him and leaving him in a box on the side of the road. And I don't talk about that too often, but here we are. We just can go ahead and get real. Donald Trump is still president, so I feel okay about saying pretty much anything. And I love you, Dave. Okay, here we go. Box clouds. 1, 2, 3, and... like a sign, notes and lines, so I left him behind, Light in the field past the tree like the light of a train, howling love's refrain, so I left him again, I left him with a box of clouds and the gospel choir warbling loud. Left him in a wooden stair and all the things down under there. In the shadowed box of done and gone, kicked the dust and turned the organ on. Paid the riders in the sky to leave a note so big that I couldn't come back if I tried. Bush burning red was her hair, fiery angel hair, so I left them there, Blood red rose in the glass, petals fell to the floor when I opened the door, so I left them once more, once more. I left him in a box of clouds, and the gospel choir warbling loud. Left him in a wooden stair, and all the things down under there. In the shadow box of dawn and gone, kicked the dust and turned the organ on. Played the riders in the sky, to leave a note so big that I couldn't come back if I tried. Take one, Pat. Out on the street, shining bright, shining bright. Landed tales I might leave again at night. Blood red rose and the glass petals fell to the floor when I opened the door. So I left them once more. I left them once more. I left them in a box of clouds, and the gospel choir warbling loud. I left him in a wooden stair, and all the things down under there. In the shadow box of dawn and gone, I kicked the dust and turned the organ on. Paid the riders in the sky, to leave a note so big that I couldn't come back if I tried. I couldn't come back if I tried. Boys. Thank you.
Love that.
Thank you.
Cool. Love the vibe of that.
Thank you.
Ah, beautiful. Really great to hear you all. It's a fantastic evening so far. Thank you all so much. It's
so great to be here. And hi to everybody out there in the audience listening.
Yeah, there's loads of them. Get some very cool comments coming through. So there's loads. I know there's a load of you out there listening to this, and I know there'll be a load listening on catch up, because we keep everything floating around for about 7 days after the show. So we've had a couple of rounds. So for those of you who are used to us, you know what happens now. We allow all of our artists just to take a little moment to grab a drink and just retune and sort of to do things like that. So we will say thank you and just goodbye for a few minutes to Ray, Anne and Krista. So thank you guys. We'll speak to you in a mo.
Thank you.
And as I said, for those of you who are regulars, you know what happens now. We introduce the owners, founders of Green Note, the people that do all the booking for these shows and most of the bookings in the 3D venue, Imi and Risa, to come and have a quick chat. So Imi and Risa, good afternoon, good evening, how you doing?
Hello. Hey Nick, hey Imi, hey everyone out there.
Oh, I can't hear you. Oh, there you are.
I'm here.
Oh, can you hear?
I'm here. I can
yeah,
hear
yeah,
you,
got you now.
Cool.
Yeah.
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 Did you know
well,
that this is our
thank you.
40th episode tonight?
I know. I realised it just before I was yeah. I put it on social media, and it was really
yeah.
I couldn't believe how long we've been going with it. How did they all stack up? 40 episodes,
crazy,
and all
yeah.
of them really
Happy
incredible
40th.
lineups.
I know, they really have been, and yeah. So yeah, this is our 40th episode. We are here twice a week, every week, every Wednesday and Friday night at 8 p.m. UK time. And Sorry. We're on all the social media, so do follow us there if you're not already. Facebook, Twitter, YouTube, Instagram, Spotify. Our social media handle is Green Note Music, except for on Twitter. Yeah, you can see it just below. On Twitter, it's just Green Note, so do find us and follow us if you're not already. If you're not following us on YouTube, please subscribe there, because that's our kind of place where we're trying to build up followers. And if you're watching there, just hit the little subscribe button underneath, and you'll hear about the upcoming shows and things like that. And
We'll get little reminders of them.
Exactly. And we have so
So you don't
many
forget.
amazing shows coming up. It's just, we'll tell you a bit about who we've got coming up in a bit, but basically just tune in every Wednesday and Friday and just know you're going to find it. You're going to hear amazing music, and it's a really great way of discovering new acts as well. So yeah, just do tune in. We also have a mailing list, so if you go to our website, greennote.co.uk, you can join that there, and you'll hear about these shows. I'm sorry, I've got something in my throat. You'll hear about these shows, and you'll also hear about what if there's any news about our little venue and what's happening there, which at the moment, to be honest, there's not much happening. We've been closed since March, and although the government has announced that music venues can reopen, and I know a handful of them are.
The bigger ones, I
for
think.
those of you, the bigger ones, if you're familiar with Green Note, you'll just realise that there's no way with social distancing that it's going to work. So we are currently closed. We don't know when we're going to reopen. I'm sorry, my throat is really...
Yeah, I was getting that the other day, and then you try and talk. Yeah, anyway, I think I know what Risa was saying, is that we don't know when we can reopen. And
Exactly,
socially distanced gigs are not a viable prospect for us.
No, exactly. So we're just going to carry on with these shows for now, for the foreseeable future. So do tune in again to them, because they're a lot of fun. And although we really miss our venue, and seeing a whole band tonight was it's making me remember what it's like to see a whole band, which I haven't seen in months.
I know.
But yeah,
it's cool, and it was technically challenging.
It is, but these shows have something different to them, and for us, it means that we're not confined by geography or capacity of our little venue. So it's fun for us to be able to put these shows together and have artists from all over the world tune in. And so we also do have a crowdfunder running. It's only got a few days left. I can't remember how many days, and we have actually reached our stretch target, which is incredible.
Thank you to everyone who donated.
Thank you so much. If you've already donated, we've just been so overwhelmed with all the support. So thank you so much. If you'd still like to donate, you can. We're applying for this funding from the government that you may have heard Boris has announced. There's a fund for the arts, but it's very, very competitive, and we won't know until October whether we get it, and we'll probably... it's just very competitive. So we are carrying on with our crowdfunder, and if you haven't yet donated and are able to, we really, really do appreciate all the support. So thank you so much.
It's keeping us going in the meantime, isn't it? And it's just such an uncertain time, and it really
is.
When this first happened, do you remember we thought we'd be open by now? We were rebooking shows for this
cancelling
time.
and
We were cancelling
rescheduling
and
shows
rebooking
for a
for August, September. And now it's arrived, and
I know it's now. Who knows when? But so this show is live now, but we do keep them on our YouTube page for a week afterwards, so you can spread the word and watch again. And if you want to catch up on last week's shows, you can do that. So it's more fun to tune in live because you can comment and things like that. But if you're not able to tune in live, you can watch them on catch up for a week afterwards. So yeah, you can check out the last week's shows as well. We've had some amazing ones, and we've got tons of amazing shows coming up as well, don't we?
We do indeed. We've just announced, we may not have put it up on the website yet. I don't think we have, but Lady Nade, Misty River, and Katie Rose Bennett. That one's coming up in a couple of weeks. But in a couple of days, actually, we have a very special bill with Anna Silvera, Marpa Lane's Great Decline, and Marta Topferova. So that is a sort of slightly different. It's got sort of worldy, jazzy, bluesy, rootsy, bit of classical influences. It'll be a really, something a little different. So do tune in this Friday if you're around, if you are able to. I was just thinking another thing about these virtual shows. I'm on holiday at the moment, and it's just nice to be able to take it with you, you know, wherever you are.
That's true.
And that's something else, another advantage. Just I'm away,
Yeah,
but
that's
I can
true.
still be here.
Yeah.
So I've been in the sea twice today, which has been lovely.
Wow. Oh,
Anyway,
I miss the sea.
really importantly about donations and how we run these shows. They're not ticketed, but we do ask you if you can and if you're able to please make a donation via our PayPal link, which hopefully someone will post in the chat right now.
Yeah, there it's in the chat.
Thank you. And it's also listed on Facebook, YouTube, and our website, so you can find it. If you don't have PayPal, just email us and we'll figure out another way you can contribute. The recommended donation for each show is £10, but anything you can and are willing to contribute would be hugely appreciated. The money is divided 4 ways between the 3 acts playing tonight, and the last quarter goes to Green Note towards the running costs of these shows, and paying our team members who are involved with it. So please, if you've watched the show and enjoy it, do make a contribution, whatever you can manage, and that way you're helping to support the artists, support Green Note, and keep live music going. And we're incredibly grateful. Yeah, I think I missed a couple of the upcoming shows. I realise now. I said about this Friday, and then we've got Megan O'Neill. Megan O'Neill and
Katie Brooks and Vic Allen. So it's kind of a more country show. And
British
then
lineup.
Next Friday we've got Jonathan Bird and My Girl the River, and one more to be confirmed, and that's kind of an Americana show. So yeah, just tune in. There's tons of great music coming up. But basically, yeah, I would just say tune in.
You don't need to know who's coming up. Just take a chance.
It doesn't really matter who's exactly. You won't be
and tonight's artists are absolutely no exception. They're all really wonderful.
Amazing,
and
all of
I've
them.
never
I'm really loving it.
I've never seen Ray or Anne play live. I wasn't there when they played Green Note, and I just am loving it. And Krista is one of my favourites, so it's lovely. And having the full band is interesting, and it's cool, and it's just something we haven't seen in months. So yeah. Let us get back to it.
Yeah, let's do that.
Yeah. Are you there, Nick?
Oh, thank you, guys.
Thanks, Nick.
Brilliant.
Thank you.
Thank you for all of that information. We shall say goodbye to Imi and Risa for a little while. Thank you. And we shall welcome back to the stage Ray, Anne, and Krista. Welcome back, guys.
Hi, guys. We're back up.
Thank you very much.
Yeah. Hello, everyone.
Excellent.
I see
Hello.
Gerald in Vain.
Stand by your beds, band. Come on.
Thank you for tuning in.
Oh no, it's good to have you. So yeah, it does feel like a real gig. It's me shouting at band members to get on stage. Go on, get on stage, do your job. Come on, hop up. Here we go.
Start.
Brilliant. Right then, I think we're all settled and ready. So let's hand back over to Ray. Ray, the floor's yours again, mate.
Okay.
Well, thank you very much, Nick, and thank you, Green Note, for having me on this program. When I walked into the Green Note, which was some years ago, I knew right away I was home. It's such a lovely vibe there, and I hope one day I can come back. As you just heard, the 2 charming ladies, Risa and Imi, that's exactly what it feels like there. Just really friendly and intimate, and just great. And so I'm going to do a song for you. This is called So Long Blues. It's on one of my records called Going by Feel. And again, I want to thank Ecotech up here for helping me produce this show. I didn't have the bandwidth from my home, but these guys are great. And Sylvain, thank you, and Chris, and Kate. It's called So Long Blues. Look at that mountain. Do you think it's lonesome? It's got the wind to talk to, and the clouds come calling. It's a high place to fall from if you're not careful. It's like a love made of danger and wonder. So long blues, so long blues. Till flowers growing in a dry riverbed. How long before the rain comes down again? They don't have no cares for that time. They got one another in the middle of the night. So long blues, so long blues. A full-grown feeling out of nowhere. Finds a loner's heart and lives in there. For some things in this world and time, there don't seem to be a reason why. So long blues, so long blues, so long blues. So long blues. Thank you.
Beautiful. Très bien. Très
It's a
bien.
big crowd.
So you grew up in
I
Canada?
did, yeah. I
didn't you,
grew
right?
up in Quebec City, speaking French only, and my folks moved us down to Boston, and had to learn English in 2 months before starting school. That was interesting.
Yeah, but that's great that you have French and English, American. Anyway.
Yeah, I'm a North American. Like, this is a North American show. By the way, it's great to be on the program with you and Krista. And
Same.
Us too.
What a beautiful venue, the Green Note. It would be great if there was a Green Note in most towns, wouldn't it? You could just go from one Green Note to the next.
yeah.
And you would be a
That would
happy
be good.
person. You'd be such a happy person.
That's true.
Perhaps they can franchise once this is all over.
That'd be good.
All right, well, I've been playing, as I said, these request shows, and I got a request for this one, which I've hardly ever played live, especially it's hard to play with a band. I wrote it with my looper, and it's hard to translate it, so it's perfect for a solo, actually. It's a song I wrote back in 2003, crying out for leaders who have compassion and wisdom, and we still need more leaders like that, and this song is just as relevant now as it was back then, unfortunately. It's called Gandhi, and it's off my album Roll. To be like Jesus, but I turned out like Judas. I schemed a lot and I cheated my way through. I lied to me and I lied to you. To be like Buddha, but I turned out like Nixon, betrayed the trust of the common man. Don't look down, there's so much blood on my hands. Gandhi, yeah. Gandhi, yeah. Gandhi, yeah. To be like Gandhi, but I turned out like Hitler. A little whacked, a little power. I killed them all in my finest hour. Gandhi, yeah. Gandhi, yeah. Gandhi, yeah. Gandhi, yeah. Gandhi, yeah. Gandhi, yeah. Gandhi, yeah.
Very cool, Anne.
Thank you. Gandhi.
That was lovely, Anne. I can't hear either of you talking, but I completely understand that sentiment for sure of wanting to be something else and seeing your dark side come out. Hopefully, I'm not talking over the two of you, but here we are in the age of technology, and we're winging it, aren't we, all of us? So I hope you can hear me, and I hope you're not still playing. And this is a brand new song of mine that I wrote, I don't know, maybe 2 months ago, and recorded with a friend of mine, Travis Puntarelli. And it's called Start, and it's just sort of me making reference to kind of 2016 and how I kind of, I think a lot of people just sort of in the States kind of fell down for a minute, and I felt like I disappeared for a couple of years, and then now I'm kind of coming back and much more hopeful despite everything. I'm always hopeful. So this is called Start. Start with a teardrop, what blindness caused it to fall in darkness and stain my gown, while I was dancing with stars to guide me. The walls grew weary and wore me down. The creak of a window sounded like seagulls when I was able to look up at all. Someone came in close and looked in through a keyhole, and I don't know who to call. Should I leave with the moonlight? Maybe loosen my hair and let it fall like fiery rain, or walk on like I've never been there. Start in the middle, the grease and machinery. I took in the scenery before the fall, but my throat was bloody, my blood was muddy. In a while came the dark, and then that was all. Should I leave with the moonlight? Maybe loosen my hair and let it fall like fiery rain, or walk on like I'd never been Should I leave with the moonlight, or maybe loosen my hair and let it fall like fiery rain, or walk on like I'd never been there? I'll start in the quiet, in the rust and ruin. We're born to witness what fools can break. and the mystery stays till the madness runs it off. There's only so much a man can take. The Kriegel window sounds like seagulls. I doubt some days I'll ever see another shore. So don't come in close or look in through the keyhole, 'cause I don't know who to call anymore. Should I leave with the moonlight, or maybe loosen my hair and let it fall like fire rain? Walk on like I'd never been there. Should I leave with the moonlight, or maybe loosen my hair and let it fall like fire rain? Walk on like I'd never been there. Walk on like I'd never been there. Like I'd never been there.
What a beautiful song, Krista.
Thank you guys.
Gorgeous.
I can't hear you, but I know you're there in spirit.
You can't hear us?
I can
Okay,
hear
yeah.
you, Ray. We can hear Krista, but I
Right,
don't think she
okay.
can hear us.
Well, I got that echo going again right now.
We're on camera, hon.
Oh, it just left. It came to, well, I guess I'll wait till I'm on here. It came to me that early in the sound check that it was, we don't have to do a cover, but it was part of the format, and I'd like to do this song that I played in St. Louis one time at the Focal Point, and some folks came up to me and asked me if they'd ever heard of this guy, Mike Jordan from St. Louis. He was a St. Louis songwriter, and he's no longer with us. He got in a car wreck one night after a gig, but I heard a lot of his music and really liked it a lot. And I guess one day it was flooding around the Mississippi River where Mike lived, and he wanted to go see his lover, but he couldn't because the water was too high. And so it's called Mississippi. More succinctly, it's spelled Mississippi in the song. And so this is my cover, and I want to thank the Green Note for having us on the show, and I look forward to the upcoming shows. And thank you, Risa and Emmy, and thank you, Nick. It goes like this. M-I-double-S-M-I-double-P-I. I'd love to cross over, pretty mama, but the water's way too high. You say it rained all night, even harder than the night of the night before. Big mud is rising this morning, come knocking on my door. M-I-double-S-M-I-double-P-I. I'd love to cross over, pretty mama, but the water's way too high. Forget about your dirty dishes, pretty mama, little sister, keep your head. Stand on your toes, baby brother, don't bother to make your bed. M-I-double-S-M-I-double-P-I. I'd love to cross over, pretty mama, but the water's way too high. Yeah, the water is way too high. Cry, cry, too, little baby, somebody's beautiful wife. A whole lot of dirty water coming down this river, change your life. M-I-double-S-M-I-double-P-I. I'd love to cross over, but the water's way too high. M-I-double-S-M-I-double-P-I. I'd love to cross over, but the water said the water. Oh, that water's way too high. It's too high. Thank you.
Yeah.
It's so funny you were born so far from the Mississippi Delta, but it runs through your veins. Your whole sound is just so bluesy and...
Well, I owe that to the great city of New Orleans because I lived there in the 80s for about 7 years, and I got some of that grease on me there, I think, maybe, hopefully.
Yeah, you sure did.
I lived in northern Louisiana, Ray, in the 90s.
Oh, did you? Where?
So, yeah, I lived in Monroe, Louisiana.
Oh, okay, yeah.
Yeah, they're about
I
to
love
get wet.
Louisiana.
I know, I miss it too. Yeah.
It's my favorite
It's beautiful.
accent, American accent, the Louisiana one.
Yeah.
And there's a few, like New Orleans is its own
I know,
thing.
I
It's,
shouldn't
say
that,
It's New York.
Yes,
Yeah,
I was going to
it's
say
the
it's
ones
just
in the
about
state.
New York, isn't it?
Yeah.
Yeah. But you get out into the, around Lafayette and other places, they have a different accent there, which is pretty musical sounding.
It's true too. Cajun stuff.
What you got for us, Anne?
Well, we've reached the hour of the cover. And this is a song that I've never played in public, but I've kind of messed around with it on and off for years. It's by Australia's most successful band from New Zealand called Crowded House. And we have a lot of people come over from New Zealand, musicians especially. We're lucky Australia and New Zealand are so close, but they're geographically almost the opposite. It's like the beginning and the end of the earth happens somewhere in between New Zealand and Australia. And so you have New Zealand, which is kind of more part of Polynesia, and then Polynesia with volcanic activities and glaciers. And then Australia is mostly arid, but we do have some rainforests, but very different, but very closely aligned communities. And this is one of my favorite songs ever. I want to say thank you to Green Note for having us here today. It's been really wonderful, and hearing Krista and Ray is unreal. So thank you so much.
4 seasons in one day, lying in the depths of your imagination, worlds above and worlds below. Sun shines on the black clouds hanging over the domain. Even when you're feeling warm, the temperature could drop away. Like 4 seasons in one day, smiling as the shit comes down. You can tell a man from what he has to say. Everything gets turned around. I will risk my neck again. You can take me where you will, up the creek and through the mill, like all the things you can explain. 4 seasons in one day, blood an unmade bed, finding out wherever there is pleasure, there is pain. Only one step away, like 4 seasons in one day. Blood dries up like rain, fills my cup like 4 seasons in one day.
Thank you, thank you.
I can see why that's your favorite song ever.
Isn't it beautiful? It's just a perfect song.
It really is.
Crowded House.
It's great. I love Crowded House. So great.
Krista, have you always been from where you live now?
No, I've been here in Bloomington for, I think, a little over 20 years. So it's for sure home, and it's a completely wonderful place with lots and lots of artists and lots of musicians. There are lots of people that are from here that are out on varying tours. Really wonderful people are here. Tim Graham is out on the folk tour, and Carrie Newcomers has tours all over the place. There's Jason Wilbur, who was John Prine's guitar player.
Oh, I know Jason. Yeah, he's a great guy.
He's wonderful, right?
Yeah.
So we're surrounded by musicians, and I've got these great guys with me today, and I want to thank you guys for letting me bring the band along. I was, it's been a kind of a crazy couple of months, and so I haven't played nearly enough, and so I just kind of wanted to play a little bit, and I want to thank once again Pat Otto on mandolin and Steve Mascari on bass, David Weber on guitar. I want to thank Robert Midas and Carrie Newcomer for the use of this wonderful space and their brand new mandolin format. Check it out. They've got some super cool things happening on that. And I'm going to close with a song called Belle of the Ball. It's basically, a version of the Cinderella story. Just like insert Melania in there, and thank you everyone at the Green Note. Thank you, Nick, for sound, and thank you everyone who tuned in and everyone who's continued to support acoustic live music. This is how we're all getting by, and we couldn't do it without you. So thanks. Also, vote blue, y'all. Vote blue. Vote. Okay. 2, 1, 2, 3, 4. Listen now, there comes a call. Seems I was the belle of the ball. I left a shoe behind me, and somebody came to find me. Now I carry on behind the wall. Here they march, armor on. Battle cries rising with the dawn. Another war before him. At the court they all adore him. The will of the Almighty leads them on. Kingdom slow in coming. Signs are all around. So we'll sing God save the King when kingdom's coming. Walls are tumbling down. At the gate, doesn't know. They wait for any scrap that he might throw. And is that hunger in their eyes, or golden dresses they despise? I know I used to know. Fires, does it see? They watch beneath the bridges warily, and while he flaunts another ring, the mockingbirds begin to sing. I remember bluebirds sang to me. Kingdom slow in coming. Signs are for my head. Not the kind of girl to cry about what is said, but I'm aware of all the battles, all the rows of empty saddles, all the songs of the mothers of the dead. La da da. Thank you very much.
Yeah.
Thank you, everybody.
That thing swings.
Thank you.
Swinging accordion.
Thank you very much.
Oh, that was good. Thank you very much, guys. Oh, and that was a great evening. We got full mandolin and accordion and banjo. It's like it's proper folk gigs. Here we go. So we're back again. It's oh no, it's great to have you. It's really good fun. Just wonderful music making. Thank you to Ray, Anne, Krista, and all the band. So
Thank
yes,
you, Nick.
we're sort of at the end a little bit, but just before we go, we shall just have a quick word with everybody. Obviously, sort of people are doing lots of different things during sort of lockdown, so we're just going to have a quick run round and just sort of speak to everybody and see what's going on, see what's coming up in their diaries over the next few weeks, see if we can point you in particular directions if you don't know some of the artists that you've seen this evening, although I'm getting the feeling from the chat everybody knows everybody, but there we go. So Ray, what's going on with you over the next few weeks? Have you been doing a lot of streaming? Have you got anything sort of planned? We've actually had some people that have started to do some actual live gigs in front of people. So what's going on with you?
Well, I have been doing a live stream about every 3 weeks on my Facebook page, which keeps me, keeps my hand in and keeps me remembering how to play and perform. And I really like them. I close my eyes and I make like I'm in a little theater where the lights are down, and I imagine the applause, and it feels just like a real gig, and I really like it. But as far as work, all my work has been just like everybody else, has been canceled for the year, and I'm taking the opportunity to work on some songs, and but I should have a live stream show coming up within 2 weeks again.
Okay.
On Ray Bonneville, my Facebook page, Ray Bonneville Music, and I really enjoyed being with all of you here today, so thanks for having me.
It's been great to have you.
It's been great, Ray.
Brill. Anne and yourself, obviously, you've been saying you've been doing some regular streaming and things like that. So, what have you got coming up?
Yeah, well, I've been actually rather busy. I co-produced an album for Jesse Carell. I was already working on that. We were finishing it when this whole thing started. This all started in Nashville with the tornado, and it hasn't. I've never really gotten out of the house much since. That was in March 3rd. So Tennessee has a very high rate of COVID-19. I think Nashville's got 25,000 cases right now.
Wow.
So it's very good to stay home as
Yeah.
much as possible. So we finished Jesse Carell's album, which will come out early next year, and then I've got another band now called Sunday Someday, and it's a jam band, and we were playing at Dee's Country Cocktail Lounge on Sundays before all this happened, and I just had the idea of why not record one of the songs we've been doing. So we recorded a George Harrison song, and that's coming out in about 2 weeks. And
Real?
then, yeah, and then I've got another little band. It's a Beatles acoustic trio. It's called Apple Scruggs. That's applescruggs.com. We've been making videos, each person in their own house type scenarios, live music, and I've still got my own stuff, and I've got another instrumental project. Amanda Brown actually played violin on it. She was from the Go-Betweens, and she's a film soundtrack composer now. So that's going to be coming out. So I've got tons of things that are going to come out. Hopefully
I'm
they will.
exhausted just listening
I'm
to it.
exhausted.
I know.
But the main thing is, I don't know, I mean, the most busy I've ever been, actually, weirdly enough, without leaving the house. But the main thing is, too, that I do, like Ray, I love doing the live shows, and I do them on my Facebook page, ANNE McCUE Music. And
Okay.
I do them every 2 or 3 weeks as well, so I'll be doing one in 2 weeks, probably.
Beautiful. All right. So everybody in Facebook land, just
It's a lot of stuff.
check those out. I know we've been putting the websites up, so I'm sure there'll be some info on the websites as well. So last but not least, Krista, what have you got planned over the next sort of few weeks?
Well, I'll be with this band again, with all these guys, and we're going to do a set at the Lotus World Music Festival. And it may there's a slight possibility that it would be a live show, but I think more than likely it's going to be virtual, because Indiana is also dealing with sort of increasingly high rates of COVID at this point. So we've got universities, and some of the universities are in session, and that's kind of school and universities in session is changing things quite a bit for us. So I'd say it's going to be virtual, but that's September 27th at the Lotus World Music Festival, and that's what I've got immediately upcoming with these guys. And then I've actually spent the last 2 or 3 months focusing on I operate this nonprofit artist residence here in Bloomington, and we have about 40 acres, and so we bring in other artists to sit and create, and we have a commercial recording studio too. So I know that Ray's in Canada and Anna's in Nashville, and you got lots and lots of studios in space, but we bring in people from all over the world. And right now I've got 9 NYU grads that are creating socially distant theater. And so that's been kind of an amazing journey of housing 9 director, playwright, actor types. And that has been extremely, believe it or not, extremely inspiring for me. And so I'm writing and working on a new album project, and kind of watching movement theater in my lower field with my coffee. So honestly, it's been pretty terrific. There's a UK publication called Soul Hub that's actually going to do a story on them, and we've got stories in Broadway World and one in the New York Times and Coming and all kinds of stuff. It's crazy. It's just crazy.
I'm exhausted just listening to everybody. I'm glad I'm sat down with a cup of tea. It just sounds far too energetic for the likes of me. Anyway, brilliant. Thank you all for that information. Just before we go, just a couple of little things to reiterate. First, a big shout out to my colleague Ali, who is behind the scenes driving on the cameras, running all the socials and all that sort of thing this evening. Thank you very much, Ali. As Emmy and Risa said in the first or in the half-time break, we aren't ticketing for any of these events at the moment. It's all on donation. So if you are able, if you're willing to donate to the show, as they said, the minimum or the sort of suggested donation is a tenner, but anything is more than more than gladly accepted. I shall stick the PayPal links up in the chat once more, just in case you are a bit late to the show. But we are, the show will be on the YouTube channel for the next 7 days if you've come a bit late and you've missed any of it. And obviously, if you want to share it with anybody, please do. The more the merrier. We've got some brilliant shows coming up over the next few weeks. As Ami and Risa said, we'll be here on Friday at 8 p.m. For sort of a more of a, I suppose, a world, whatever that awful phrase world music means, but with Mark Lane, that I'm sure many Green Note regulars know very, very well, Anna Silvera and Marta Topfarova. I heard them in soundcheck and they sounded absolutely phenomenal. So do be here for that. So I think that's all of the parish notices for this evening. I'm just going to wait in case I've missed anything. I don't think I have. So the final shout out is to all of you who have been with us watching this evening. Thank you so much for being here. Thank you so much for commenting, enjoying what you're doing. And a final shout out to Ray and Krista and her band. And all we have to say is see you on Friday and good night from us. Good night, everybody. Thank you so much.
Thank you. Bye-bye, everyone.
Good night. Thank you.